Hi dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Welcome to the cricket show as usual. And in this Cricket Happening show, well, we were all, as I said yesterday, it was a very significant day as far as New Zealand cricket was concerned, because one was really waiting with bated breath for Brendon Mcullum actually going to become the first New Zealander ever to score a triple century in Test cricket. And well, that definitely happened. In fact, I would first talk about three records that happened yesterday in that spell where Brendon Mcullum Brendon Mcullum, as you know, he went on to a triple century. He made 302. He's also, he holds the record now for the highest individual score by a New Zealand batsman in Test cricket. Not only that, and he's also become the first triple centurion for New Zealand in Test cricket. And that also, if you look at the New Zealand Test history, it's 84 years of cricket being played, and Brendon Mcullum, after 84 years, has become the first person in the annals of New Zealand cricket to score a triple century, and congratulations to him. After that, the other thing that happened is another thing is that Brendon Mcullum has done that as a captain, so that is of considerable significance. And after that, the next thing to happen was Jimmy Neesham. Now, Jimmy Neesham was a very talented bloke, no doubt about that. In fact, on his debut, coming in at number 8, he scored a century. He scored 137 runs with 20 boundaries. And let me tell you, his on driving was superb. His driving down the ground was superb. He was playing with lots of poise and perfection, and looks to be a real talent in the making for New Zealand. Now, Jimmy Neesham, the reason that I'm talking about Jimmy Neesham's record is because Jimmy Neesham becomes the first person, in the sense he holds the number 1 spot as far as number 8 batsman is concerned in Test cricket on debut to score a century. The earlier record was held by Azhar Mahmood of Pakistan, but now the reason that Jimmy Neesham would be number 1 ahead of Azhar Mahmood is because this is the highest individual score by a number 8 batsman in Test cricket, and that's the reason Jimmy Neesham with 137 will occupy the top spot as far as number 8 batsman is concerned in Test cricket on debut. And the other record that happened for New Zealand cricket is they went on to score the highest ever score in New Zealand's history of Test cricket, as New Zealand racked up a score of 680 runs for 8 wickets declared. Now, the only thing that I would like to talk about here was one is Jimmy Neesham. In fact, 680 for 8 is the highest score by New Zealand in Test cricket now. So these are the 3 records that happened yesterday as far as the Basin Reserve in Wellington is concerned. Not only that, one more thing that they saw, that just because Brendon Mcullum was approaching his first triple century in Test cricket, the New Zealand cricket fans were absolutely joyous, and why not? They were all waiting for that, and they actually really filled up the stadium in a big way. And even the cricket commentators were surprised that it has never happened in New Zealand cricket that on a weekday you have such a great crowd. And why not? Everyone came to see Brendon Mcullum being the first triple centurion in Test cricket, and New Zealand are definitely picking their Test rankings has definitely has really gone up a notch now. Now, the other thing that I would like to say, Jimmy Neesham in fact got to his century. He was 67, but he got the 33 runs in pretty quick time by playing superbly, drives, pulls, and he has all the shots in the book. And Jimmy Neesham went on to make 137 runs. In the sense, he was the one who got to a century before Brendon Mcullum should go to a triple century. In fact, after Brendon Mcullum, and this partnership between Brendon Mcullum and Jimmy Neesham once again frustrated India, because it really, it was a 181 run partnership for the 7th wicket before Brendon Mcullum, after reaching his triple century with a boundary of Zahir Khan, was a victim the very next delivery, as he was caught by Dhoni of bowling of Zahir Khan for 302, a monumental knock at that, and a match-saving knock, I would say. and he had 32 fours in that particular knock with 4 sixes. But one was a bit surprised that one never thought that Brendon McCullum would continue batting. Probably one thought that Brendon McCullum, after hitting his triple century, would be applying the declaration. But well, Brendon McCullum had other ideas. He wanted probably to play it safe and see to it that New Zealand win this series. He didn't want to give India even an iota of a chance. So that's the precise reason he kept on playing, which was pretty surprising for me, because he could have definitely, because I thought that New Zealand had done nothing to lose because they had already won the first test match. It was only a matter of just throwing the gauntlet at India and seeing whether they could go on for that score and try to bowl India out. But probably Brendon McCullum, according to me, proved a bit defensive on that score. But because if you look at the Indian score, India was struggling at 54 for 3, and probably with more time, New Zealand could have really piled on the pressure. I thought Brendon McCullum definitely missed a trick there. But I was a bit surprised that Brendon McCullum decided to play. But let me just congratulate Brendon McCullum for a wonderful knock. The way he played, the way he conducted himself, how he actually played like a real captain. And this is a match-saving knock, and under the circumstances, one would definitely remember this innings, not only because he was the first triple centurion in New Zealand cricket, but also due to the fact that this was a very, very significant innings being played, especially considering the fact that New Zealand were 94 for 5, they were backs to the wall situation, 252 runs were the first thing to actually go on to the lead, and what batting display Brendon McCullum gave. A dedication, application, you call it, everything. He curbed his natural aggressive instincts and stayed at the wicket. As I said, he played like a New Zealand captain, and he truly, truly deserved that knock of 302, and also truly deserved the man of the match and the player of the match in this particular series. And New Zealand won the 2-match series, which I'll talk about. Jimmy Neesham, he continued to pile on, and he was there when New Zealand finally declared at 680 for 8, with Jimmy Neesham not out 137 with 24s, and definitely look a great talent in the making now. And then Tim Southee was a victim of Khan to actually give Zahir Khan his 5th wicket in this particular test match. So that is something that Zahir Khan would take. Neil Wagner was not out on 2. 680 for 8 was the final tally for New Zealand on the final day. And for New Zealand, the bowling figures as Zahir Khan, wickets 5 for 170. All the pace bowlers and the front line, Ravindra Jadeja, went for more than 100 runs in their bowling effort. In fact, I thought they toiled hard, and that's what Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the Indian captain, referred to when he said that he really gave credit to all the pace bowlers who taking out. Just imagine this: Ishant Sharma bowling 45 overs, 4 maidens, 164 runs and no wicket. Zahir Khan 51 overs, 13 maidens, 170 runs and 5 wickets. Good reward for his hard toil there. Mohammad Shami 48 overs, 43 overs, 6 maidens, 149 runs and 2 wickets. And Ravindra Jadeja 52 overs, 11 maidens, 115 runs and 1 wicket. Now the only thing, as I thought, is that Brendon McCullum could have really made a match of it, and he would have really given a lot of entertainment for the spectators who had gathered to watch this fifth day's play in the Basin Reserve in Wellington. He could have definitely thrown a challenge at India, and probably one could have seen that something dramatic could have happened, probably, but you never know. Brendon McCullum, as I said, decided to play on, and then India were left with too little time, probably just 2 sessions to just play, and that's what they did. But India definitely, it was a struggle for them. In fact, India scored 166 for 3 of 52 overs when both the captains decided to call off play by mutual agreement, because they knew that there is no result going to come in this particular test match. For India, it didn't start off well. Shikhar Dhawan was an early victim, as he decided not to play a stroke to a ball from Trent Boult, and up went the umpire's finger, and probably Shikhar Dhawan was not happy with the decision, but he had to go because there's no DRS in this. And the next batsman to go was Murali Vijay, after playing hitting one beautiful boundary off his pads. In fact, Murali Vijay was caught very well by the slip fielder Anderson of the bowling of Tim Southee for 7, and India were 10 for 2. and then Cheteshwar Pujara came in and joined Virat Kohli. Cheteshwar Pujara, well, in his very sweet knock of 17 with 3 boundaries, very well hit, was a victim when Saudi actually got Pujara to actually try to. He tried to, the ball was going down the leg side, and Pujara trying to just work it away, got an edge onto it, and BJ Watling behind the stumps did the rest, and he was gone for 17. And that was the time that India were in a bit of a pressure, because the score read 54 for 3, and there was still a long way to go, because when Pujara fell, it was only 22 overs. After that, there were a lot of overs left. But for India, what happened later was something which was very good, because Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma were in the middle, both 2 talented youngsters and real future of India. And Virat Kohli was simply in sparkling touch. The way he was playing, it was absolutely a real beauty to watch Virat Kohli, such an attractive stroke maker. He was driving the ball sweetly, he was timing it perfectly, he was using his feet well, in the sense he was really meeting the ball with the middle of the bat. He was driving superbly, his cutting was superb, he was pulling well, he was hooking well, you name it. And he went on to score a century, an unbeaten 105. As I said, it was a wonderful knock, in a knock of with a score of 166 for 3, where the match was really getting on to a very dreary draw. Virat Kohli did himself a great favor in getting 105 unbeaten runs under his belt with 15 fours and 1 6. And as I said, his strokes were absolutely gems. The way he played, let me tell you, certain strokes were really giving. One probably would have thought about Sachin Tendulkar, because the way he used to bring his bat down and effortlessly knock the ball, just punch it down the ground for 4. His drives impeccable. I mean, yesterday was a real special innings from Virat Kohli in that partnership, which added around I think 112 runs, and 105 was the contribution from Virat Kohli of 135 balls with 15 fours and 1 6. And Rohit Sharma also played some beautiful drives, very effortless stroke making from Rohit Sharma, and he went on to an unbeaten 31 with 4 fours. As I said, by mutual consent, both the captains decided to call off play, and India were 166 for 3 when play was called off. Bowling, Trent bowled 16 overs 5 maidens, 1 for 47. Tim Southee 16 overs 3 men, 50 runs and 2 wickets. Neil Wagner 11 overs 3 men, none for 38. Neesham bowled 5 overs for 25, and Corey Anderson 4 overs 1 minute, none for 6. The man of the match, well, there is absolutely no prizes for guessing. It was Brendon Mcullum of New Zealand for his monumental effort and being the first triple centurion for New Zealand in Test cricket. And the other thing, so the series is all over. So yesterday was the last day of this Indian tour of New Zealand. It's all over now, and now both the teams head towards their. India would be heading for the Asia Cup, as you know, in Asia Cup, and as far as New Zealand are concerned, they probably will take some rest right now, and they probably will get geared up for the T20 World Cup. I don't have much time. Probably I would have loved to talk on this particular series, but today I'm really short of time. I will have to end this conversation as far as the second test in New Zealand and second test between New Zealand and India is concerned, where the series ended in a 1-0 victory for New Zealand. Well, just keeping the cricket happening show going here, the World 2020 squad for Sri Lanka has been announced. And Sri Lanka, well, Dinesh Chandimal, as you know, will be leading the team. As far as the Sri Lankan team is concerned, Chaturanga De Silva is one player who is a new player who has been, I'm told, he has played well. He has put some good performances against England Lions, and that's the precise reason he's in the squad. And he figures in both the squads, the T20 squad for the World Cup and also in the Asia Cup squad. As far as the other changes are concerned, well, there's nothing to really talk about. Ashan Priyanjan, I'm sure he's a very talented bloke. Ashan Priyanjan has been included for the World Cup, I suppose. I'm just trying to see. No, Ashan Priyanjan has been included for the Asia Cup. Yes, he has been included for the Asia Cup. So he's a very talented youngster, Ashan Priyanjan. Other than that, there's nothing to really talk about. And South Africa have also announced the squad, as you know, and there is a new player by the name, a left-arm seamer who has done very well in the domestic cricket. His name is Buran Hendricks, and also Albie Markel has also been given a recall to the T20 World Cup. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, on this very note, your host Ram is ending the cricket show for today, but promising you there's more to come on my Cricket Happenings show tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.